Guys, I have a very good article for you here on the 21 budget. I keep trying to tell you guys they've got to have the rate changed before they can really even start the approval and creation process, guys, of that 21 budget. This article has some good confirming proof in it, okay? Don't forget another thing. Remember back on October 17th, that's when they came out telling us they were going to start taxing the citizens, okay? Taxing them on a personal tax level, okay? Let's look at this article, guys. It's a very good article. It confirms everything I'm sharing with you. The government intends to peak Parliament alternative solutions to rejecting internal borrowing in the 21 budget, resorting to citizens' money, guys. This has 21 budget post rate change written all over it, okay? The Prime Minister's advisor to the Financial Affairs, Mohammed Saleh, revealed that the federal government is planning to borrow from the citizens and use their savings to fill the fiscal deficit in the 21 budget and consider this as a public debt instead of government banks. Saleh said in a press statement regarding the draft fiscal budget bill for the next year and their features, financing and deficit, that Iraq is going through a difficult financial situation, especially since oil export revenues constitute 50% of the moderate and not high revenues of the country, which has lost a lot of its resources. The budget depends on 93% of oil revenues during the past year, especially as it committed to the decisions of OPEC to reduce production, while 2020 was a year once and lean on the financial policy of the country, and the state tried to secure salaries until the end of the year, adding that the year of 21 may be a year of financial discipline to control the operating budget and its entries and exits in a very large way because it absorbs about 80% of fixed expenditures. On the financial deficit in the budget for next year, he indicated its financing will be from several internal and external parties, taking into account not borrowing from government banks, especially since there is an international financial alliance that is willingness to deal with Iraq and will have an impact in supporting the country and providing it financially and sustaining financial momentum and the economic according to his perception, pointing out that this is a very vital and important issue, especially to obtain aid and soften foreign loans. He added that their other approach of the government in filling the deficit in the budget is to seek the help of the public and borrow from the savings they have. Borrowing from the saving guys they have would be internal country bonds. Okay. So they're considering doing internal bonds from the citizens. Think about that carefully. Not from the government financial apparatus and its banking, yes. Maybe this time borrowing from the public will be a public debt. He pointed out that there is no way to fill the deficit either by improving oil prices to obtain additional revenues or resorting to borrowing. Saleh assured that there is good preparation to complete the budget. When it is presented, everything will become clear. The deficit sources of financing and spending revenues for maximum of non-oil revenues, especially since there's a strong trend to take this field in this regard and not by 6 or 7%, perhaps up to 25%. This is an excellent goal and step. And once that ceiling is reached by maximizing resources, there will be improvement to face the deficit, whose size is unknown, because Parliament will also work to amend it. It is expected that the government will present the budget to Parliament during the next few days. Guys, and you saw a bunch of articles over the last week where they talked about getting the budget to Parliament. They talked about having the council ministers create the budget, create and draft the budget next Tuesday, and then submitting it to Parliament after that. But this depends on the ministries defining the revenues and its operating expenses and locations and investment in the budget. That's the end, guys. But there you guys go. It's a very great detail article confirming what I've shared with you. Take care, guys, and enjoy your weekend.